everybody, it is Friday, so it is time for our Fun Fact Friday again. Okay, we're going to start out with our animals that we have been talking about every week. This first one is 2 pages long, and I guess it's 2 pages long because I found more information on it and it's kind of fascinating. Okay. A behemoth. You can find it in Job chapter 40, verses 15 through 24. It says, Behold now behemoth, which I made with thee. He eateth grass as an ox. Lo, now his strength is in his loins, and his force is in the navel of his belly. He moveth his tail like a cedar. The sinews of his stones are wrapped together. His bones are as strong pieces of brass. His bones are like bars of iron. He is the chief of the ways of God. He that made him can make his sword to approach unto him. Surely the mountains bring him forth food, where all of the beasts of the field play. He lieth under the shady trees, in the cover of the reed and fens. The shady trees cover him with their shadow. The willows of the brook compass him about. Behold, he drinketh up a river, and hasteth not. He trusteth that he can draw up Jordan into his mouth. He taketh it with his eyes. Now, this I have a woman's study Bible, and this was in the bottom parts of the notes. It says the behemoth described here as an animal that God created. Not a mythical being. It is one of the most powerful of all God's creatures. But God is even more powerful. The area described as the creature's habitat, it says, is probably the region north of the Sea of Galilee. The idea of any human capturing the behemoth is laughable, but God can certainly control it. Scholars aren't certain exactly what kind of creature the behemoth is. It is variously considered to be an elephant, a rhinoceros, a water buffalo, or a hippopotamus. It is a land animal that also lives in the water. It is also a herbivore, in other words, it eats grass. It is a massive creature that has a tail or possibly a trunk like a cedar tree. From the description that is given, it seems that the behemoth could be a dinosaur. Possibly either a Brachiosaurus, or a Apatosaurus. I'm sorry if I butchered those, but you can look it up. It's pretty neat. Like I said, it was in Job chapter 40, verses 15 through 24. Now, our next animal is a camel. You can find one of the verses in Genesis 24:64. Chapter 24, verse 64. And it says, And Rebekah lifted up her eyes, and when she saw Isaac, she lighted off the camel. Lighted off means she got down from. And then, it talks about John the Baptist wearing camel hair and eating wild honey and locusts. And it talks about camels quite a bit. Now, this next one mentions quite a few. Kind of like last week. It was all jumbled and bunched into one. An eagle, an ossifrage. Now, some of these I'm going to explain to you what they are. An osprey, a vulture, a raven, an owl, a nighthawk, a cacao hawk, little owl, cormorant, great owl, swan, pelican, a gyre owl, eagle, a gyre eagle, a stork, a heron, a lapwing, and a bat. An ossifrage is a bearded vulture. A osprey is a seahawk. A kite, K-I-T-E, that's how it's spelled. It's a type of bird that's lightly built with a small head. It's got a bare face and a short beak, it says. A cacao. Now, them are typically them yellow-billed birds that make that caw sound. A cormorant is a prehistoric-looking matte black fishing bird with yellow-orange facial skin. and a lapwing. The name refers to the bird's slow wing beat. In Leviticus chapter 11, verses 13 through 19, it says, "And these are they which shall have in an abomination among the fowls. They shall not be eaten. They are an abomination. The eagle and the ossifrage, and the osprey, and the vulture, and the kite after his kind, every raven after his kind, and the owl, and the nighthawk, and the cacao, and the hawk after his kind, and the little owl, and the cormorant, and the great owl, and the swan, and the pelican, and the gyre owl, and the stork, the heron after her kind, and the lapwing, and the bat." And that was our animals for this week. Do you know that Israel means prevails with God? Now, most of you should know this. Which part of Adam's body did God create Eve? The answer to that's the rib, and you can find it in Genesis chapter 2, verses 21 through 23. It says, "And the Lord caused a deep sleep to fall upon Adam, and he slept, and he took one of his ribs, and closed up the flesh instead thereof, and the rib, which the Lord God had taken from man, made he a woman, and brought her unto the man. And Adam said, This is now bone of my bones, and flesh of my flesh. She shall be called woman, because she was taken out of man." Now, the name Eve means mother of all living. And do you know gospel means good news? Here's another good one. King Solomon asked God for a gift. That gift was to have a wise and discerning heart. In 1 King chapter 3, verses 9 through 12, it says, "Give therefore thy servant an understanding heart to judge thy people, that I may discern between good and bad. For who is able to judge this, thy so great a people?" And the speech pleased the Lord that Solomon had asked this thing, and God said unto him, "Because thou hast asked this thing, and hast not asked for thyself long life, neither ask for riches for thyself, nor hast asked the life of thine enemies, but hast asked for thyself understanding to discern judgment, behold, I have done according to thy words. Lo, I have given thee a wise and understanding heart, so that there was none like thee before thee, neither after thee shall any arise like unto thee." Now, in verse 13, listen at what else God gives. He gives Solomon this too. "And I have also given thee that which thou hast not asked for, both riches and honor, so that there shall not be any among the kings like unto thee all thy days." You know, God is pleased by Solomon's request, and by the fact that he did not ask for riches, fame, or power. God answered Solomon beyond all expectations. Solomon experiences God's ability to do far more beyond all that we ask or can imagine. I always did like that one. I hope you all enjoyed this week's fun facts. As always, I enjoyed looking them up and reading them. I hope you all have a good and safe weekend. I will see you all back here Tuesday for our lesson. Have a good weekend. I will see you Tuesday. I love each and every one of you.